You ever read something that just stops you in your tracks? We're about to look at one of those. It's this one single sentence, but inside it, wow, there's an entire philosophy on deception. It's like a masterclass on that age-old battle between what things look like and what they really are. I mean, think about it. It's a question we have to ask ourselves constantly, right? Can you really trust what you see? At work, with friends, just scrolling through your phone? We're always making snap judgments based on how things look. But how reliable is that really? There's this ancient text that basically warns us, hey, you might be standing on thinner ice than you realize.
Okay, so here it is. This is the sentence we're going to be digging into. And get this, this is our entire source for today. It's amazing, isn't it? It tells a full story. It's got a beginning, a middle, and an end, all wrapped up in one powerful thought. So let's do it. Let's break this thing down piece by piece and see what this ancient wisdom has to say about our world today.
All right, first up, we're going to start right where the imposter does, crafting that perfect illusion. This is all about the power of a first impression, and the sneaky little tools they use to pull it off. And what's so wild is that it gets right to the point. The deception, it works. The garb, that's the outward appearance, the disguise, it's so good that people actually honor it. I mean, just stop and think about that for a second. A really good disguise doesn't just trick people. It makes them give you respect you haven't earned at all. And yeah, let's be super clear about what garb means here. We're not just talking about a fancy suit or a uniform. Nope. It's the whole package. It's that slick resume, the person who uses all the right buzzwords, the perfectly crafted online profile. It's any costume that's designed to make you see the part they're playing, not the person who's actually playing it. Okay, so the costume is on, the stage is set. Now let's see where this goes. Because the imposter here, they're not just fooling one or two people. Oh no. The con reaches this just stunning level of success. It's almost hard to believe. Just listen to that phrase again. The world is taken in. Wow. This isn't some small-time scam we're talking about. This is a grand performance, an illusion so good it fools everybody. It's kind of scary, right? It's a reminder of just how easily all of us can be tricked by a fair outward show, that shiny, polished surface that's hiding whatever's really going on underneath. And right here, we basically get the imposter's playbook. It's a simple 3-step plan, and it's brutally effective. Step 1, put on the costume. Step 2, put on the show of your life. And step 3, collect your prize. You get the honor, the trust, the status, all the stuff that should have gone to someone else. It's a perfect recipe for a short-term win. But, and this is the big bite, that win is always short-term. There's always a twist, right? And for the imposter, the twist is that moment when the whole thing just falls apart. When reality comes crashing back in, and boy, does it crash in hard. And this just lays it all out plain and simple. It's such a stark contrast. On one side, you've got the illusion. You get a little bit of temporary honor. But on the other side, you've got the reality, complete and total failure. The text is basically telling you, look, one of these is just smoke and mirrors, and the other one is a brick wall. The whole warning really hangs on these 3 little words, but in the end. It's like an unbreakable promise, right? It's saying that time is the one thing a liar can't beat. It doesn't matter how perfect the disguise is or how great the performance, the truth will always come out. And when it does, the imposter doesn't just trip up. They're done. It's game over. So what happens then? Well, the consequences are crystal clear, and there's no way out. First, you're going to get exposed. That's a guarantee. Second, that whole fair show you put on, everyone's going to see it for the fake it was. And third, whatever you were trying to achieve, yeah, that's not happening. In fact, that disguise that made you look so good is now the very thing that brings you down. Okay, so this brings us to the grand finale, the real knockout punch of the whole thing. The text doesn't just give us the facts, it wraps it all up in this powerful, almost haunting metaphor that just perfectly sums up what it means to be an imposter. Just let this image sink in for a second. The nightwalker. Someone who operates in the dark, hidden by shadows, and what are they pretending to be? A god? The ultimate source of power and light. We're not talking about a little white lie anymore. The stakes just got raised to cosmic levels of fraud. I mean, it's a perfect metaphor, isn't it? A nightwalker can only pull off the god act while it's dark. The darkness is the deception, right? It's all the lies and the fact that nobody's looking too closely. But what always happens after the night? The sun comes up. the light of truth shines, and suddenly, he's not a god anymore. He's just a guy in a costume. It's such a powerful point. The bigger the lie, the harder the fall.
So, when you boil it all down, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's pretty simple, actually. Looking the part is powerful, for sure, but reality always gets the final say. You can build a kingdom on lies, but you can't stop the truth from eventually washing it all away.
And that really leaves us with one last thing to think about. This isn't just some dusty old quote. It's a way to look at the world we live in right now. So, what disguises are walking around today? What fair outward shows are you seeing on your phone, in the news, maybe even in your own life? Who are the modern-day nightwalkers, pretending to be gods in the darkness of the internet? The warning might be ancient, but the need to pay attention, well, that never gets old.